Brakti Hawa, Brakti Hawshai, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Hawshai, Brakti Hawa, Brakti Hawshai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, Kal Halalimna Benawa Yahwa Alahainawa, Bahasham, Yahavshai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and shalom to the prophets of Great Millstone, and shalom to the prophets of the affiliate camps that give double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. The curses are all across society, okay? Now, the scriptures say that, especially for, I'm referring to Jake, the scriptures say that, the Israelites will be a byword, will be a proverb, even though the Israelites have created everything, every single music genre, every single part of fashion, all kinds of hip talk, you know, jewelry that they wear, people emulate. You got the likes of six-figure earning Edomites in high-profile jobs, CEOs saying, saying the term swag, oh my bad, oh cool, how's it going? Those terms weren't used until you started seeing Jake movies in the 70s set in Harlem and other parts of the East Coast and the West Coast. Everything. If the Israelites didn't exist, the so-called white man wouldn't exist, and the so-called white man society, the Edomite world, would not exist. Okay? See, Esau, the so-called white man, needs the Israelites to feel superior because the so-called white man, the Edomites are an inferior people. Okay? And even though we had, Jake's talk about generational wealth and the so-called black people, don't stick together. We can't have a business, and that goes across the board with all Israelites. Can't have a business. The Israelite foreigners suffer curses in a different way because the so-called white man assumes some of them that on the low level assumes that they're heathen, so they don't really give a ish. But the ones at the top know where there are Jakes amongst them, hence the reason the curses go a little heavier and they do a little bit more heavy bombardment. Okay? But I'm not going to touch on that. I'm going to touch on the tribe of Judah. Okay? The reason why the tribe of Judah gets it the worst in terms of all of the tribes get it. Don't get it twisted. Okay? But the tribe of Judah gets it the most in terms of mockery and um, evil words against them and mockery and bywords, saying that the black man should pull his socks up and everything is because they are the head tribe and the Messiah, Brakti Habashim his majesty, Malak Hamashiach Yahushai, right, is a Judite himself, pursuant to Hebrews 7:14, that our Lord sprang out of Judah. And the way these Edomites think is if they can topple the head tribe over, like a house of cards, you hit the top part or you hit the foundation. Let's use another analogy. You hit the foundation of a house, like you got a house of cards, right? You hit the foundation, the rest of the house will fall over. Now, this is what they've been trying to do and been doing. Okay, in the States, movies like Strapped. Have you seen the movie called Strapped or Strapped? Okay, I believe it came out in 93, where they show the Edomites selling guns in the neighborhood. And there have been documented evidence, and it's proven. The receipts are there where, Edomites, a so-called white man, and heathen nations have been leaving guns, grenades, AK-47s, AR-15s, um, uh, uh, Uzis, Glock 9s, Glock 21s, extended clip, all that kind of stuff in certain neighborhoods, all right, which are Israelite neighborhoods, all right? The tribe of Judah, the so-called black man, the Hispanic man, the native Indian man, hence the reason the curses. And if there is a gang truce, what does Esau do? He puts on those rubber realistic masks that actually make you look like another ethnicity, like the so-called white man was doing robberies wearing a so-called black face, a Negro's face. So people could assume that is, oh yeah, that's just another ninja robbing a bank or robbing a store or robbing this or robbing that. Okay, that's why the stats are bullshit as well, because these stats that the so-called white man comes out with, that so-and-so are the biggest criminals and this, that, and the third, it's because those stats are written by them for them to big themselves up. Okay? And certain Jakes believe that. And don't get me started about the Hodge twins. Those motherfuckers are bought and paid for, man. Those two light-skinned Jakes. They're part of the military, and those Jakes are probably bought and paid for. I wouldn't be surprised if they're Edomites. They're two Edomites, and it's AI technology making them look like light-skinned Jakes. I wouldn't be surprised. Because the shit they spew against Jake, man. They never say nothing about the so-called white man. It's always about the so-called black man and the so-called Latino man. Those are the videos I've seen so far. I wouldn't be surprised if I find one of a Native American man. Okay? But what they say about the so-called black woman is true, though. You know? She's Esau's lieutenant. All right? But for the most part, okay? Let me get back to the generational wealth thing, okay? Jake talks about, so-called black people having businesses and this, that, and the third. Listen, there were thousands of so-called black Wall Streets around the country in America, man, and other parts of the world where Jake was, around Europe and things like that. But let's talk about America, ground zero. It was everywhere. The so-called white man got jealous. With the help of the government and the American authority and the American army, those towns and cities were bombed. There were so-called black cinemas, black banks, black dance hall places where you can go with your woman on a Friday night, black pubs, black bars. I hate using the term black, but I'm just saying that so people understand what I'm talking about. All right. Now I'm going to say Israelite bars, Israelite cinemas, Israelite police officers. Segregation was better. F that integration shit. But the thing is, the scriptures also say this is not our rest and we will be cursed. Why? Because we broke the commandments. Hence the reason we have to go through all these things. But a recompense is coming to these Edomites. Okay, because the Lord did say, that we are the apple of his eye. And the Lord is going to wreak havoc on these Edomites, man. What we're going through is a whooping. The way a father, like the way my dad used to beat the shit out of me when I was a child with a hockey stick or a tennis racket. Really give me a good cooking. But I love the man to this day because he's my father. If he didn't do what he did, I wouldn't have the little bit of the little bit of the morals that I do have. And obviously they've increased with the blessings of Yahweh Hashem Hashai and the scriptures and the Lord's word. Okay, so the Lord Yahweh Hashem Hashai is giving us a whooping. The Lord didn't do it to destroy us. The Lord's doing it just to teach us a lesson so we learn from it, so we don't repeat it. Okay? So the Lord's whooping stick is a so-called white man. But don't get it twisted, okay? Esau, right, is going to get heavy. Esau's going to get paid back heavy. They're going to be in slavery for 1,000 years and we're going to F them up. All right? We are going to just really, really put hell on them. Okay? So this is their last hoorah. You understand? Okay? Now, I talked about strapped. I talk about how Esau does all these things to bring Jake down. Okay? It's like you're winning a race. Okay? You're winning. You're leading the race, right? And you're beating all the Edomites and all the heathens in a race, 100-meter race. But then a so-called white man sets you up and trips you up. And then says, aha. And then says to you, aha, you nigger, you can't even win a race. You ninja, you can't even win a race against this great so-called white man. But they tripped you up. Esau would cheat on a game, right? And then say, and big themselves up like they won the game or something. It's like Jake, listen, right? And there was a video on GMS Get This Work. It was an elderly Jake man, and there's a video about all the inventions the Israelites have made, and every single invention, man, from peanut butter to ice cream to certain liquors. I'm talking everything. If I say everything right now, I'll be here till next week. All right. And the Israelite man said, elderly as Jake said, he said, if the so-called black man is given the same opportunities and the same sort of clear pathway, unhindered, the way the so-called white man is, the so-called black man will always come up trumps. All right, will always come out on top. And even with all this adversity, the Israelite man is still on top. Let's talk about basketball. Basketball has a certain set of rules, right? Okay, but Jake was dunking and doing this, down the third. You know what I mean? All these clean moves that the Esau, the so-called white man, cannot replicate. Right? And what did Esau do? Change the rules. Why? To suit their own agenda so that the white man can have a little helping start. Whoopity woo. Okay? So this is not by chance. This is done by design. Okay? This is done by design. All right? Now this Jake here, right? His name is Omar Sharif. So I don't know whether he's probably a Jake. He looks like a Jake. All right? Um I don't know whether he's Somali, no. I don't know. He don't look Somali though. Could be an Israelite foreigner, but nevertheless, he's talking about street gangs in the UK. All right. I watched it from 4 minutes, 17 seconds. And he talks about the street gangs, right? How he was approached to sell drugs, how the gangs work. It's like a hierarchy of like a normal corporation. You know, you got your workers, you got your management, you got your CEOs, and above the CEO is the owner. And he said the people that he looked up to with the gold teeth and the Gucci belts and the nice sneakers and the nice cars and all that kind of thing, right? All right. He didn't say sneakers, he said crepes because that's a UK way of saying sneakers, right? Or kicks, right? He said those people at the top that are not involved directly with the drug game or the drugs game, okay, don't even look like us, he said. Okay. Now, what does that say to you? He didn't say that they look like white people, but he didn't say they don't look like us, which means they don't look like people of color. That means they were so called white people. So it's a so-called white man at the top. And he said that so-called white couple, right? It was a man and a woman, by the way, right? And they even show that in the movie Top Boy, in the show Top Boy. I believe I remember watching an episode where they show the so-called white man investing in this, all right? And Duchesne, Ashley something, wherever his name is, he's a Benjamin in real life. He was in that 50 Cent movie, Get Rich or Die Trying. He shoots the Edomite in the head, all right? You have to watch this 3 seasons. I haven't seen it for a while. And this guy said, right, at the top, right, it was an Edomite couple, right, that are involved in property that aren't even directly involved in the street game, but they are the ones funding it, and all the money from the bottom goes all the way to the top to that so-called white couple, the Edomite couple, the Caucasian couple. He said the people that run this game, he said, don't even look like us. See, the so-called white man is using you Israelites to make money in every shape or form and using the curses against you, right? The wounds that you have, using your wounds, making you lick your wounds, right? Using the wounds that you get, right? The curses against you to make money off of you, right? So you get all the blame. Ah, so-called black man is a criminal, a murderer, a rapist, you know? He's a criminal, sagging his pants, can't do this, that, and the third, can't look after his family, because those are the curses. Right? But the biggest criminal on this planet is a so-called white man. Look at their track record. Do they ever leave anybody alone? Every country they go to, they destroy. In the last 500 years, these crackers have been ruling, these Edomites, they've destroyed nature. They've cut down the trees. I was watching one of the elders, I don't know which camp it was, Salakia. It was one of the elders mentioning that a monkey could use the trees to go from New York to California and other parts of America and not even touch the floor. That's how many trees there were, man. They talk about the Brazilian rainforest. America was like that once, a beautiful paradise before the so-called white man got there and polluted it and brought rats over there and cockroaches because it's so disgusting and filthy. So this is all done by design. Deuteronomy 28 verse 54 tells you, right, that our eyes shall be evil towards our brother. Hence the black on black crime, the Hispanic Hispanic on black crime, black on Hispanic crime, native on black, or black on native, and Hispanic on native, and vice versa. And within them, native on native, Hispanic on Hispanic, black on black. Hence the Norteños, Serenios, Bloods, Crips, and other gangs, MS-13, Latin Kings, all that kind of ish. And other street gangs that are around the world amongst Israelite foreigners as well. But I'm talking about the visible, the Israelites that that, okay, they're Jake. You can tell by looking at them. Because Esau's carnal, so he's going to go harder on the ones that he knows are actually Jake. He's going to go harder on everyone. And if he's an inkling that they're Jake, he's going to go harder. Because the ones at the top know where the Israelite foreigners are, man. Hence the reason why you got a lot of the Cambodian Jakes getting it. You got a lot of North Indian Jakes, Punjabi Jakes getting it up there. A lot of drugs are being pumped into northern India. right? The trucks aren't being checked when they go in there because they're pumping full of crack and heroin and cocaine. All right, there's a pattern, and that pattern is to wipe out the children of Israel. Why? Because they have rulership next. Esau wants a rulership, wants his birthright back, which was never for him in the spirit. It was always for Jacob. All right. What's already written cannot be changed. But people are carnal, thinking that, like that dumbass movie, or not dumbass movie, like the movie Terminator 2, there's no fate but what we make. No. Man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yashai, then how can a man understand his own ways? Everything is written in your mind prior to it happening that specific day. Okay? If you're meant to get up in the morning after praying and go to the gym to work out, the Lord will make you go to the gym to work out. Or the Lord might put in your spirit saying, I don't work out today, and make you feel tired saying, I don't feel like working out today, for example. All right? This is all done in the spirit and all done by design. The Lord is using the so-called white man as a whipping stick. Because this is the Esau's so-called white man's last hurrah. Okay? But if you look at the streets, what I see in the UK is most mainly white people that are homeless. It's mainly so-called white people, the Edomites, that are on drugs, because they slowly, their feet, it's like a person putting their toes inside a bathtub to see if the water is cold or warm. Now, water is slowly touching their toes, man. The curse is slowly coming on them. They're not fully immersed in it, but they're getting a little flavor of it. Because when Jake is on drugs, man, they get arrested, beaten up, and put into prison for years and years and years and years and years. But when Esau, the so-called white man, right, especially the so-called white man, is on drugs, they get rehabilitation, they get help. They make documentaries about them saying, oh, help these children. They come from families because their daddy shouted at them too hard or something. The little boy didn't want to become a doctor. He don't want to go to medical school, so he started taking certain drugs. Some boohoo bullshit like that. But Jake gets the brunt of it. Jake doesn't get slapped on the wrist. Jake gets a baseball bat across the head. I'm going to share the link as well. It's on Insider. How London street gangs actually work, how crime works inside. I watched up to 4 minutes, 17 seconds. But as soon as he said that the people at the top don't look like us, it struck a chord straight away, man. Let's go to Psalms 83. Okay, this is what the nations have done, man, the so-called white man. All right? A song or Psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Most High Power Yahweh Hashem Yashai. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. A tumult is a trap. Okay? And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Don't they take counsels at those summit meetings, And they've got these secret societies where they have counsel, And then they discuss how they want to get the children of Israel, what they need to do next with their music. For example, that meeting that these crackers had to make rap music, gangster rap, for example. That's just a little example, but they've done numerous and an array of different things, man, to try and bring Jake down. But it's not going to be possible, man. It's not going to be possible because we got rulership next, pursuant to 2 Ezra 6 verse 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Remember, this was the only captivity that we've been in where we did not know who we were. It's by the grace of Yahweh Hashem Yashai that I found out who I am. I didn't grow up with the Bible. I didn't grow up going to so-called Christian church, But I pray in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yashai. I pray in the Lashon Kodash, in the prayers that I know, and Lord willing, I'll continue to learn more. So a lot of Jakes are waking up in America. The Great Awakening, pursuant to Isaiah 11 and 11. Not Isaiah 11 and 11. Isaiah 11 and 11 as well. There's another one. I'll get back to that 1 second. I don't want to lose my train of thought. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Verse 5, for they have said, they have slaked, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They've come together against thee. Number 6, verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom, these crackers, Caucasians, and Ishmaelites, these camel jockeys, you know, Moab, the so-called Chinese, and the Hagarenes, I believe they're Hamites, and the other nations, Jabal and Ammon, which is the Japanese, and Amalek, the JOOSs, the small hatters, the Philistines, the Hamites, and the Philistines were ancient Hamites, though, with the inhabitants of Tyre, more Hamites, I believe. Verse 8, Assur also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot, Selah. Verse 9, okay, that's the okay. I got to the fact of the matter is that they have come together to cut Israel off from being a nation. This is their main goal. Okay, because after this, all right, pursuant to Revelations 39 and 10, these Edomites are going into slavery. They're going into slavery. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You know, and we're going to put hell on these Edomites for 1,000 years. They don't want to go into slavery. That's why they're trying anything and everything they can to blame Jake for everything, to cause these race wars, like these flash robberies. They always use brown faces, you know? Any kind of criminal act where they would use a so-called black man or a brown man to attack a random Edomite woman, a homeless-looking person. That's probably an actor, you know? Or maybe a demon jumped in that Jake to do it so these race wars can pop off. They always use brown faces to demonize Jake further, man. So they're still a proverb and a byword, which they'll always be until the Lord returns. So this is all done by design, man. Okay, to destroy us. But Esau's not going to be successful, man. The Lord said that while the sun, moon, and stars are there, I'm paraphrasing the scripture, all right, Israel will always be here, man. Okay? And that's why these crackers, these Edomites, are trying to get rid of the sun and moon. And they even show movies on that. You know? Trying to get rid of the moon. I don't know which movie it was. It was a time travel movie where the guy travels into the future and they show chunks of the moon falling out the sky because they try to make it explode or something. So basically, whatever the Lord is saying, Yahweh Shemashai is saying that if this and that and the third exists, Israel will always exist, right? So they're trying to get rid of what the Lord said, trying to go against it. So Israel, would will be non-existent because they basically want to say, okay, they want to do all the they want to cause they basically want to get rid of Israel so they can become rulers forever. But they've had their chance. They've had their time in the sun, even though Esau can't go in the sun. You know, that's why they make all these movies about Elysium and the Charagma, which is Revelation 13:16, because they want to have rulership on the planet and they want to be like the Most High, man. You know, they're trying to copy the Most High on the left-hand side. See, Deuteronomy 28 to 28. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 14 is the blessings, and 15 onwards are the curses. Till are the curses. All right. So it says here, 1 second. But it shall, Deuteronomy 20 and 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken, listen unto the voice of the Lord, thy power, Yahweh Shemashai, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. All right. Are we cursed in the city, in the slums and the ghettos? And, you live in certain areas. Your area is, somewhat cursed in terms of the shops and stores that are there. All these burger places, all these fry places, all these liquor stores. You got children hanging in the corner. You got trash flying around everywhere. I mean, the other day when I was driving home, parking up my car, All right. And right in the corner when I was parking up, there was a girl and three guys sitting there smoking crack in a secluded spot so their lighters can work so the wind doesn't put out their lighters. Right behind my house. You wouldn't see this happening in the Edomite area. And cursed thou shalt be in the field, when we were picking cotton, you know, and when our brothers pick other types of fruits and vegetables like the Northern Kingdom. And you've got Israelite foreigners to this day that come abroad to Europe and other parts of the world that work in Edomite farms, picking grapes and strawberries and all that kind of shit. Here, even in the UK. Okay? Cursed cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be thy fruit of the body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. Okay, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. All right? You don't know whether you're going to be coming or going. If you're married, you got a crazy woman, or you might come home and find your woman with another man, or your woman might try and delete you. You might be sleeping, waking up, and your woman is staring at you with demonic eyes. You wake up, she's staring right at you, just looking at you, and you think, "What the hell's wrong with this wench?" When you go out, you'll be worried all the time. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? You got the police, you got your own kind, and then you got Edomites and other heathen nations that are trying to take you out. Verse 20: The Lord shall send the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. The Lord is pissed off. You got a woman, yeah? All right, because we're the elect of the Israelites are the Yahweh Shemeshah's woman. You got a woman, right? A beautiful woman, a beautiful, comely woman, and she cheats on you. What do you think you want to do to her? You can't do it in this world, but really, your spirit just wants to grab her by the throat and keep punching her until she's no more, until she's just like a sack of, bloody meat. You know, that's how jealous is. That's how jealous the Lord is, because the Lord is said, the Lord is a jealous power, man. We committed adultery on Yahweh Shemashai, man. Hence the reason why we go through what we go through, and deservedly so. Okay? I just want this. Oh yeah, verse 28 and 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, where the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. Didn't I mention that earlier? Where, you know, oh, look at that ninja, look at that monkey, look at that ape, look at that wetback, look at that, you know, if you want a Puerto Rican woman, you're supposed to F them, not marry him. Or you're supposed to have fun with a ninja woman. You're not supposed to marry him. Ish like that you hear in movies, ain't you? And then you got there that the Lord said that we're gonna, uh, the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which thou neither nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. You got Islam and Christianity, and you got the likes of what's that guy from Def Jam who owns it, the bald headed guy, Russ, what is his name? Whatever his name, the light skinned Jake. The one, when you watch Def Jam in the 90s, he always comes in. He says, "Thank you for coming," and all that kind of shit. He's a Hindu. He worships Shiva and Buddha and all that kind of stuff. And Kali, you know? Okay, 20 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right? You Google chucking yoke of iron, you only can see so-called black or brown people. Okay? You're not going to see no Edomites, no so-called white people. You understand? These curses were on us. They're slowly going, but we're still going to keep going through what we're going to go through. The Lord's only priming us and making us stronger for Jacob's trouble and what's to come. So you're getting your licks in now. This message is for the elect. You're getting your licks now. So when all hell breaks loose, you won't be getting them licks, because with your backs against the wall, Yahweh Shemeshah is going to start amplifying the miracles. And I know a lot of you are seeing miracles, man. I'm not going to go into them. I've touched on them before. But I know you see some things that really pep you up, man, in the spirit. All right. So I'm going to share the link of this video. Check it out yourself. These damn devils are have been doing it by design to destroy Israel, man. Okay? To use the curses that are against you. He even said it. The term counsel flat, it would be the equivalent of living in the projects in America. Okay? He said, because he lives in the projects here in the UK, which is a council flat, right? He said, when you're living like that with so many people in one place, and your lack of food and all that kind of thing and clothing, he said, then you get enticed into selling the drugs, because the way he was approached was because he was in school and he was selling candy in school, and some person saw him thinking that they could use his skill, right, of selling and to be a runner. Yeah. The man's had guns put to him, knives put to him, been stabbed a few times, and he's living to tell the tale. Okay? These devils use the curses against us to destroy us further and make money of it. Every time they try and put more traps for us, Esau, the so-called white man, makes money out of it. Okay? Everything is a game. Everything is to destroy us and also to, at the same time, make money for them. That's how these MFers think, man. Okay? The 2/3 are going to fall into this trap, but there's going to be elect members coming out of all sorts of different backgrounds, man. Some were ex-gang members, some were ex-head street guys, some were regular folk, and they're going to be elect members everywhere, man, coming out. I'm not saying he is, only the Lord knows, but these devils, man, they do anything and everything to destroy us. Okay, and this doesn't just happen in America. This guy is from the UK. He's talking about how London street gangs work in the UK. All right. I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yashai, Bashem Rakakurash, Shalom. Muwath Abad Babal, Kwam Yashrala, Shalom.